Tough times for the Tigers on and off the pitch. They need a win badly. Hello again, I'm George Riley and this is Super League Touchline. This week from the ProBiz Coliseum, Castleford, where the Tigers have found it really tough going this season. All the build-up on the way to their big date with Hull FC, along with this lot. St Helens and England forward Jon Wilkin starts his new job as our new interviewer. This week's meeting of minds is with Salford's Matty Smith. Huddersfield's man with the Midas touch and the huge hair, top try scorer Luke George, answers your questions in Tweetline. And we'll show you Round 7's top 5, the best tries from the last week. First up, this week's headline. Hull FC have announced that they have won the race to sign the former Wakefield Wildcats and Leeds Rhinos forward Gareth Ellis. The West Tigers star has been inundated with offers since announcing he was seeking a return to Super League. The England star will join Hull FC ahead of the 2013 season. St Helens have this week announced that Royce Simmons has stepped down as head coach and Mike Rush, Saints performance chief, has moved up to get Saints season back on track. Rush will have the assistance of former captain Kieran Cunningham as the pair try to turn around the worst season start in 23 years. Bradford Bulls have signed their highly rated second row forward Elliot Whitehead on a new massive 5-year deal. It sees Whitehead tied to Odsal until the end of the 2016 season. Head coach Mick Potter says it's a clear indication the club is reaping the rewards of its youth policy and showing the club's ambition in holding on to these highly regarded young players. And Rugby League might not be an Olympic sport just yet, but it will be involved this year in the form of 28-year-old North Wales Rugby League Development Officer Matt Pritchard. Matt has been selected as one of 8,000 people set to carry the famous flame. He'll carry the Olympic torch on July the 23rd through the London borough of Wandsworth. So first up this week, something, well, a little bit different. We figured that St Helens' Jon Wilkin may be a little bit down in the dumps given Saints' struggles so far, so we decided to give him a bit more work to do. In the start of a new series, an award-worthy series, we sent the England forward down the driving range with Salford's Matty Smith to talk life, career, money and a bit of rugby league.
Have you always been naturally sort of gifted at sports, or?
Yeah, you know, as growing up, like obviously, I had an older brother as well, which helped, and you know, we used to always, you know, playing sport all the time, every day, and you know, football, rugby, whatever it may be, like golf as well. So yeah, I've always been interested in sport, like, and you know, it's something that it's always, you know.
Started with football mainly for you, though, did it?
Yeah. You know, I played football as a kid, and you know, growing up, and like my brother did as well, and you know, going down the local amateur side at Piltster, and you know, played all my childhood, you know, football, and then it's just later on I moved to rugby league.
What do you think about overseas players, Matty? Like, it's difficult for some young halfbacks in the competition, you know, especially key positions like in Super League. There's a lot of overseas players in that position. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it also, you know, it depends where you are, which club. I think I'm at Salford now, and you know, being at Salford, the youth system's not obviously massive there, and you know, you've got to look further afield for young lads, because there's not many. That was awful. That was terrible. There's not many you know, academy lads coming through. It's not, you know, there's no amateur clubs around there. There's not many anyway. Like St Helens, there's your Blackbrooks, you know, Pilks, you know, teams like that. So there's always young players coming through. So I think, you know, the overseas players, I think clubs like Salford probably need them.
Do you ever get bored? Do you ever find you get bored, or
yeah, I mean,
do you often doing things that, you know, keeps you busy, or things like this, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like at the minute, I think you know like this, like playing golf. You know, I go every now and again, and
yeah.
I mean, meeting up with your mates, like on your days off, going for a coffee. If it's just simple, like going for a coffee and something to eat, you know, you're around the lads. But you know, that's what I like doing anyway. But I think, you know, we do get a lot of spare time where we need to probably be doing something with that spare time, whether it's courses, you know, and thinking about what we're going to do after Rugby League. You can't always do what you want, so maybe you need to have something else to fall back on away from the game. And you know, like I said, I've got a 2-year, you know, apprenticeship with bricklaying. Maybe that's probably a last resort for me after, you know, a big career, 10-year career on playing rugby. It takes its toll on your body, and to go and get on a building site at 34, 35 and start a 9-to-5 job, it's pretty tough going, isn't it? So, I mean, you know, ideal it'd be obviously in sport, and you know, trying to get a job in sport, you know, rugby league, hopefully. But if not, you have to look somewhere else, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. It's the challenge, mate. It's the challenge.
Thank you, John. Good stuff. Don't call us, we will call you. The plan is actually, if John's up to it and up for it, we'll be doing a few more of those. We'll make it a regular feature. I might sit around here, actually. If I played for Castleford, I'd be sticking around on the bench, much more comfy than being out on the field. Speaking of which, how well is Luke George playing at Huddersfield this season? One of the most recognisable players in Super League at the moment, not only the distinctive hair, but also the razor-sharp finishing. And Luke is your victim this week in Tweetline.
Here's another try. It is, it's a hat-trick for Luke George.
I guess it was a bit of a struggle, really, because we had such a young team that you know, we just didn't really come together as what we were capable of. You know, we were still young, we were still learning, and I was one of them. So maybe that's why. Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, you know, we've been working hard throughout the pre-season. For the beginning of the season, we just seem to be growing as a team as each week comes. So there's no reason that why we can't. It just takes normally. It only takes about 10 minutes to wash. I can't actually remember what it's called. I think it's called pink shampoo that I use to wash it. I'm going to regret saying that. Well, I'm going to have to say my dad for this one at the minute, well, for the time being, because the biggest memory that I've got was the Challenge Cup, well, the Challenge Cup final that he actually scored the first try in, and ended up like helped them win in 1987. And that was actually the year I was born, so I've not really got many memories of my dad playing, but I've seen that quite a few times. No, well, it's something that I've never really thought about, to be honest with you. I've not, did not really thought about branching to the other code. It's, and to be honest, I'm quite happy at playing rugby league, so I'm not sure that would be one of the routes that me personally would take. Well, I've always wanted to be a teacher. Like, I wouldn't mind like going to school and like either some sort of PE teaching, and I've also got a personal training qualification as well, and so there's that I could go into. And also I'd actually like to go back to university, just sort of like to get a degree in either something else sport related. So, you know, I've got a couple of options, and I've also got, you know, some aspirations and something that I'd like to do as well. I reckon one horse-sized duck, because I'd kick its butt. Yeah, because there's only one of them, isn't there? So.
Right then, I want to see some rugby. I want to see some silky smooth finishing. It's top 5 time with the best tries from last week. Try number 5 from Hull FC, finished by Danny Tickle. But how about that show, go and break from Wade McKinnon? Tickle had the easy job. Next up, number 4 at Salford. This comes down with snow on it. Brilliant take. And the ball eventually finds the hands of Luke Patton, who rarely makes any mistake from there. Same game, different outcome. Rob Burrow with the steps, Sinfield the flat ball, Chris Clarkson the break, and Zach Hardacre with the dummy, and another, and eventually the touchdown. Second best this week, Huddersfield Giants, Lon Patrick on halfway, and the touch of the Lionel Messi's. A fabulous individual score for the Giants. Pick of the bunch this week, the Wigan Warriors. Just sit back and enjoy this first of all from Sam Tompkins. Quite ridiculous skill from the England fullback. The ball eventually worked wide. O'Loughlin takes the tackle. And the old boy, George Carmant, try of the week. Now, it has been a very difficult year for the Castleford Tigers, but as you can see, everyone here is working very hard to put things right. On the pitch, only Widnes below the Tigers in Super League, and off it, of course, the tragedy that struck coach Ian Millward and the team having to cope as well in his absence away from the club. Everyone, though, trying to put things right. The club remain defiant, and it takes a lot still to tame the Tigers, and they hope this famous old ground will be full for Hull.
Out of their right defence, bounce, it's going to get it as well. Oh, he's lost it. Way on. Huddersfield ball, says the referee. That's what he's ruled. Richard Owen has lost it. He did enough though to delay Simon Griggs getting to his feet. The dab down for
George. Just about how tough it was obviously the performance. We talked about in the week what we needed to do, and we give away soft tries like that, and it don't matter who you're playing, you're always going to concede points.
I think we're a team on confidence at the minute, obviously coming off the back of a few wins. We've only had one loss. So yeah, we're full of confidence and raring to go for this week again.
What pleases you most about the way you've been playing out there at the moment, performances that you've been turning in?
I think it's defence really, we've got to take a lot out of that. Obviously at the weekend they scored 10 points, but it was the last 10 minutes when we kind of just dropped off, and I think we knew we had the game won, and his attitude just went a bit. But overall, over the other games, I think we can pride ourselves on our defence.
Things haven't been clicking, I suppose. We know what we've got to do, we know what the problem is that we're going through, but just a matter of doing it on the field. So it's a lot of training, hard work, I suppose, going to get us there. Castleford's really passionate set of supporters, so we're always going to get a bit of stick from when we're not performing as well as we should be. So I think it's part and parcel of the game anyway, but yeah, it does hurt us, and we all feel it when fans are getting on us back a bit, but like I said, we're just going to have to try and kick on and start picking his performances up.
You know, I can totally empathise and how they are, but stick with us. I still say we've got the best fans in the league, and I love playing down here. I'm looking forward to playing at the weekend, so get behind us, and we've got to get that win.
McGoldrick, here's Owen. They go wide and they're in the corner, I think. With you.
Anytime we play Castleford, it's a tough game, especially going over there to Cass as well. It'll be a tough game for us, and we know they've got some good players within Rangi Chase and the likes, so we definitely won't be underestimating the Castleford team at the weekend.
We've got a good side, and Hull have underachieved for me the last 3-4 years. Of course, that Gentle's gone in there and made a bit of a difference. My old mate Lynch is there at the club, so whatever side he's playing for, he's a good player, and they're obviously playing as a team.
Yeah, should be another terrific weekend of Super League action. That's just about it from us, apart from, of course, competition time again. Congratulations to Brendan Lomax of Warrington. Details of your magnificent victory from last week are on the screen now. News too of how you can win 2 more tickets of your choice this week. Until next time, goodbye.